All right,
Huh?
it's episode 7. R.S.B, the Real Sports Brothers. We got Cy, who is just, I'm telling you, this dude is lathered up. He's ready to go. He kept texting me and Myra talking about, man, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. So, and Myra down here ready to do her thing. First off, we starting out. We ain't even going to go over where we going. It was fight night. Ding, ding. Myra, what did you think of Juju, aka TikTok, getting dragged when he asked for it?
You ran over there with knowing your hands are suspect, with no hands at all, no jab ability at all, and you got everything you asked for. You came over there bothering that man. You he first of all, I understand it's good show sportsmanship. You want to show the kids, but hey, I don't have to shake your hand. I really don't. I really don't have to shake it. We are professional athletes. I'm an adult. Y'all won. Go on about your business. And now you want to come over there, run over there after you saw your man's, even if you know you did me dirty, and then you're
Mhm.
gonna run over there and try to nah. I gotta give you this. I gotta give you this paw to the
And
I
that's
gotta
and,
give
and that's all
you
TikTok behavior. Because I agree with you. Because that's trolling.
yep.
Like I said, you already know you done gave it to this dude. That's cool. Because that's physicality. That's manning up. You get away with whatever you get away with, unless you ain't, as long as you ain't hurting people. But then you tried to clown. Remember, the game was over. So when
Yep.
he initially pushed your face, there was no need to throw your back out. There was no need for that extra stuff. And but you forgot a flag's not coming. You know what I mean?
Refs ain't coming.
Refs ain't coming,
No.
bro.
Nobody's getting over there in a hurry. Let's say
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Bro, it,
yeah.
it,
So
it's
he played himself.
embarrassing, bro.
Yeah,
Like you 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 been jabbing at this dude all game, right? Y'all kind of taunting him, y'all doing stuff. It's all good. You won the game, bro. Go on about your business because you ain't about that life. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So, and it happened with all the his teammates around. It was
mhm,
all red there,
yeah,
Yep.
and he's dragging you. He hits you with the paw. You fall back, and then you
yeah,
come back.
yeah.
Come
So
on,
and
man.
and you run and if you notice when he ran over there. It's kind of sweet because your man's there. You trying to still reach around, which should have let you know. Listen, he's ready to fight. Fight. You're not. Let it go. But
Let it
instead,
go.
now you got a broken nose. So you're on TikTok dancing around trying to really show that I'm sorry, homie. That's an L. Luckily we got the W, but he took an L in the end.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
for the game, side, what did you think? Both sides for the Lions, and what do you think as far as the Chiefs?
I think that's the first game where I looked at the Chiefs and was like, okay, they beat a good opponent. That's the first game this year. Even though Detroit's hurt, they're missing secondary guys, they're missing a bunch of stuff, like a lot of teams are, but they still been good enough and running up the score on people anyway. Um, so I feel like that was the first real impressive game I've seen from the Chiefs. Um, The offense looked better to me. The defense looked a little more, Chris Jones looked like he had it going. They just looked more engaged. Maybe it was because they got up for Detroit.
I got something
You
to
know,
say to that, Mark. I want you to stay on your shit. So don't I
Mhm.
don't want to cut you off. But Mark, I want to ask you when he said that. Now remember, I've been touting this defense this whole time, and I'm still with it. I'm still not seeing a pass rush. That's why I appreciate it's something about these slow safeties that's really working because the linebackers that you saw in coverage 2 times against Bolton for sure. He's heavy footed. He's not really great in coverage because they were trying to expose them crossing routes with the tight end. But that's not gonna do enough. And the pass rush still to me wasn't quite there. Did we have? I think we just had the one sack, or maybe it was two.
It was who sat no, it was oh man. I
But
know it was Chris Jones assisted on the sack, but yeah. I know
yeah,
you
they
you
gave it
have
to yeah, they gave it to the other dude. But yeah, Chris
yeah.
Jones kind of had him going down. Go ahead, side, because like I said, I love the defense, but we still don't have a true pass rush to me. I mean, who?
there- yeah, there's no true pass rush. I think I think Detroit kind of got out of their own. They got in their own way, like Baltimore does against the Chiefs. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Um, they get away from what they're doing because Detroit was still moving the ball. They were doing all kind of stuff. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Um,
I thought in spurts.
in spurts, right? But a lot of their 4th and 1, Jared Goff getting when they were about to go for it, and then he gets to delay a game because he
Yeah,
wants to talk to the refs and all that. You in your own way now. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
definitely.
Um, certain things they were doing, I feel like they could have still ran the ball. They stopped, you know what I mean? But I know that that's not too much out of what they do because they like to fling it around. But man, they beat people up, and they were running the ball. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Um, I feel like Arrowhead on a Sunday night, it's kind of the closest thing you have to a college atmosphere. You know what I'm saying?
Agree.
And it can get to teams, and that was their 12th man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah,
Mark.
Well, what I saw, like you said, it was the first time I felt comfortable
yeah,
watching them play. I didn't see a lot of I didn't feel a lot of angst when I was watching it, or oh, what are we doing? I didn't feel like we're gonna, we gotta have this. If we go three and out, we're gonna it's three and out and bust. Or but what I will say is, I'll piggyback off what Chuck said, came in and said about the defense. The pass rush. I I I need to watch one more game, because I'm not saying that we don't have a pass. We're not breaking through. I don't know if that's more of Spagnola scheming the guys, are saying like, hey, we're not gonna we're I'm gonna send this exotic blitz every now and then, but we're not forcing the issue with the pass rush. I don't
right.
know if it's that, or is it hey, you guys just stay disciplined. This is your area. This is where I need you to be here right now. I don't know if it's that, or is the pass rush non-existent.
Well, it won't be the next game because that's the Raiders.
Well, okay, well,
So
yeah.
you know what I mean. Things are gonna look a lot better against the Raiders. Who after that? What we got like Buffalo and Washington, right? Something like
Buffalo and
that.
Washington again.
And the Cowboys coming up. Those are the games where you're gonna see, because even though the Cowboys suck, they still got Dak
They
and
still got, yeah,
you know what I mean. So
yeah.
Yeah,
you'll need this week. They'll do whatever to the Raiders. That's what I think. And
yeah,
then it'll be the weeks after that where we're gonna have to.
I can say, we'll circle back and say,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah,
I don't, you right, we don't have a pass rush anymore. So but kudos to the defense. They stopped a really high flying, potent, nobody's been able to stop them all year. So, and they
right.
did. So kudos to them.
And
uh
Detroit was out of character. Sonny Brown dropping that 4th down pass. That was right before halftime. That would have that changed
that
everything.
changed, yeah, that
You
changed
get the
everything.
Chiefs the ball back. You got to score. You got the ball after half. Got to score. Like little things like that change. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Can be a big difference in the game, and that's kind of uncharacteristic on him. But hey, that's what happens. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
I personally, I think, I think, I think Detroit tried to run the ball. I don't think they could consistently run the ball. I believe it ended up with about 22 to 23 carries between Gibbs and Montgomery,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw once or twice I was worried about him getting away. Montgomery had a nice, either I think it was a screen or a run to the left side that he looked like it was going to be some trouble. But once again, I mean, it's not many. If you're in the top five, more than not, you're stopping what people do. Um,
was
I
it
felt
was it the first series that Lions had the ball, that they pretty much marched all the way down the field?
Yeah.
They Was it
yeah.
a lot
I
of
thought we
runs?
held. Did we not held him to a field goal?
Yeah, that's the one where they scored a touchdown, but they
They
called
scored
it
a
back.
touchdown.
Oh, okay,
Okay,
They
okay,
caught, and then they got the field goal. But yeah,
yeah.
it was a 10 and a half minute drive, so that's running the ball.
That is
And then
running the ball, and key number there. It was a how long of a drive?
10
10
minutes. 10,
minutes.
yeah.
10 minutes. Oh, I don't care whether it's first, second, or third quarter. When you get that, you kind of getting demoralized. So remember, we always lean back on that bend but don't break, turnover or
Yep.
not. I mean,
Yep.
penalty or not, all that stuff matters. That's what I'm saying. I think I'm looking at a real deal defense. I'm like I said, I'm not saying it's not quite Denver or anything like that, but I definitely think we're in that 1 through 7 mode because the consistency now is there with the teams. We walk into a team who I think next week, if in the Lions will bounce right back because, like you said, it's not like they were completely shut down. They were just not efficient. And right
Right.
now, our defense is going to be able to show that consistently, no matter what type of offense you have, you're not going to be efficient. As far as the
Yeah.
offense, hey, I'm glad this table is high because I am so excited. I think the way they have officially said, hey, we're going to run the ball, but not be able to really run the ball good. But between, we're going to give almost a 50-50 share to Hunt and Pacheco. Mahomes, because of what boils down, is going to have his, uh, five or so runs. We ended up outrushing them in, I believe, similar amount of carries. And now with the options coming out, you're seeing once again we talked about you're seeing what you truly are. So Hollywood's able to be that kind of third down chain mover, that kind of slot receiver. Uh Rice, knock on wood, if he comes out the gate like he should, it's gonna be crazy. And I think that the second year man is really showing what he can do. I think this offense is going to be a real problem. And if the Raiders, I really hope Brock Bowers is back. That way they'll have
He
more of
won't
the
be.
offense. Huh? He
He
won't be.
won't be.
Okay.
Mm.
So I think with the way Geno is playing right now, this defense should be lambs to the slaughter. If they stay in it, I'm actually not going to care that we play them 2 times a year. I'm going to be disappointed. I think we should beat them by 14 points. You know,
Bro,
Mm.
yeah, it should happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, I just think that's the way it should be. As far as if we come out here and we do what we should do when we look how we look, because remember the last 2 weeks we've agreed that offense finally is looking like it's clicking. Things are working enough consistently. Yeah, throughout the game you're gonna watch. Kelsey's gonna a bobbler now. It is what it is. But as long as he catches the ones that count, we'll be fine. So I'm not panicking for the Lions. They're still a playoff team, but it is what it is.
Oh
I
yeah,
just
yeah. The
Yeah.
Lions, bro. The Lions are trying to get the offensive line back.
yeah,
You got Dan Skipper out. They got main pieces out.
yeah.
They're I was actually surprised how good they've looked without their line. You know what I mean? Because that's what they're known for. We're gonna
But
bully you on the offensive line with Panay Sewell, Dan Skipper, our linemen.
yeah,
And Sewell's only one there. They're
yeah.
they got rookies in there. They're flipping guys around, and they still been able to run the ball. Right?
Yeah.
They just
But
can't do it
don't we
against
consider
Texas.
them an elite team?
No, not right now. I don't.
No, 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 no. I'm saying on paper, with with the people, everybody's going to be coming back, right? Is Skipper out for the year?
No, they said he's out. He's got like another one more week.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Ideally, this is an elite team, correct?
Yeah, I think when they get him back and then they get their defensive pieces back because they're
Mhm.
down,
They're down a lot of defensive
bro. They're
pieces.
down all
Every
their
yeah.
corners, everybody.
Okay,
Like
too
so.
many
Yeah, when they
keys.
get those guys back, yeah,
Okay,
I think they're an elite team. Yep.
okay, okay. All right. As far as the Chargers, Dolphins, what this means, we're speaking strictly for the AFC West. You can speak on the game if you'd like. Games like that are just gross. You have two over there, just. Well, actually, the Dolphins led a lot of this game, if I remember, but they were just two is just, and now he's blaming his teammates. I just think
Come
they're a
to a
team.
meeting. They
Yeah,
come to this meeting.
yeah. You got a team in chaos
They
now.
come to me.
Yeah, because hey, practice, practice meetings, meetings, you know. So it's like I think deep down, I'm not even gauging that game. It's more of an indictment on the Chargers. Both khaki pants and his brother. I don't know what's going on with them,
Yeah,
but these teams are underachieving. And yes, same thing that we just talked about with the Lions. They are missing at least two offensive linemen for the Chargers,
bro. So everybody's dealing with.
and
Like we were
Johnston
saying
was
earlier,
out.
if the Chiefs can just stay healthy,
Yeah.
they're gonna pass people because the Chargers are decimated also, defensive
Yeah,
line and offensive line.
yeah,
So, and that's what Harbaugh wants to do. He wants
yeah.
to beat you in the trenches. You know
He
what I'm
does.
saying? He wants to beat you in the trenches. So they're out both their defensive ends, right?
Yeah. And
Um,
Yeah.
Dobbins, like, and when we was talking pre-show, I don't think Dobbins is trash at all. He's nice, but
right.
like, and offensive line, we all know a bad offensive line is a running back's worst friend, especially when they know that's what you want to do, what you want to
On
set up
top of
like
you
that.
lost your best running back too. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
So
yeah,
you know, so they're what are they 4-2? They're just
yeah,
kind of
Four,
hanging
four and
on.
two.
They're hanging on. But I feel like if they have their pieces, they're closer to elite also. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
And we saw them week one with a lot of their pieces.
Mhm. But
And
they can't get too far. I mean, 4-2 is cool, so I mean you're not behind, but
right.
I don't games like that, to where essentially the Dolphins handed it to you, which is what you have to do. I mean, their luck
You
is
gotta
definitely a part of the NFL, so I mean
yeah.
it is what it is. But
Yeah.
I think with what moving on to the Broncos, Myrick, the assessment of what you got for the Broncos and just that defense alone, um, I almost want to piggyback on you side, but what you're doing in fantasy, I don't want to talk too much, but you were a big proponent of them Broncos just a couple weeks ago when I told you. I said I didn't want to say the smoke and mirrors, but what I said I was like, man, I feel like they're just I can't remember the way I put it, but it's something about it I ain't really feeling. I don't want to
Yeah.
quite double down on you and talk about they're like Florida State because they're definitely not because of that defense, but it's something that they're missing. Myrick, what's your assessment of the
I
Broncos?
as far as the Broncos, I think they're missing a Bo Nix made a lot of mistakes. I don't know if y'all either watched the
Yeah.
game, but Bo Nix made a lot of mistakes. Well, I'll say he made big mistakes at the wrong time in that game, and there was quite a few of them.
Yeah.
So he was forcing it. He didn't look comfortable. To me, what they're missing is, they got a decent receiver core, but is there a superstar there?
No.
Right. And then I think that trade deadlines
Sutton
next
is a
week.
playmaker, though. That touchdown catch was
It,
fantastic.
he is, but those plays don't happen consistently.
Right.
I need he Bo Nix doesn't have. I don't think he has somebody he could like. I can toss it up. He's gonna go get it. I can hand it off. They're gonna get me this. I just don't think they have that yet. Like I said, there's the trade deadlines coming up. I was talking about us, but let's Broncos. If they're maybe a couple pieces away from being what Cy said earlier in the season, and hey, go down there to the Raiders. They're an outlet mall right now. You can go down there and get whatever you want for cheap. So there's room for them to get somebody, make a trade, and I think they have the cap room to do it. So that's it. I think they're missing a superstar player.
Gotcha.
With to me with Denver, Chuck is they're missing a lot of stuff, right? But what they have is there's only a few coaching staffs in the league that have done it, and they feel comfortable within themselves, right? Sean Payton is one of them.
Yeah.
Like I feel like the Chiefs with Andy Reid, he's got 4 points on you when he walks in the game
Mhm.
because I'm Andy Reid, bro. I'm about to outcoach you. You know what I mean? Ain't no
Yeah.
Belichick anymore. Ain't none of them dudes. But now you got Sean Payton. So Denver, they're lacking a lot. But what they don't lack is toughness, doing some of the small things. Their defense is great. But their offensive and defensive line kind of just hold it together. They can't really throw the ball well. They can't run the ball well, but they win games right now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Kind of like a Philly type thing. Like, man, how they winning these games? They're not even impressive. But it's the coaching. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if they do happen to build more of those outside pieces, as far as more skilled players and stuff with the toughness that they have, that's why I like Denver. I like the brick and I like the base of Denver. You know what I mean? They got
Yeah.
a good foundation,
Yeah.
and that's what I see. You know what I'm
I agree.
saying? And you got if it wasn't for Andy Reid, I think dude would feel like, man, I can win the Super Bowl. I can navigate my way to a Super Bowl. But he
Yeah.
got Big Red in the same division. That's his nemesis right there. Because I think Sean Payton feels like he can navigate his way through the league and win games however he has to. As long as I got this mobile quarterback and I can roll him out and we can keep picking up first downs and keep the
Yeah.
games low scoring,
Yeah.
I think it'll be good. I think that's how they're kind of moving right now.
Mhm.
And the
And
defense allows that.
yeah, a year ahead of schedule.
Yeah. 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 The Raiders, yeah, there's no reason in really doing that. They're part of the AFC West, but you know what I'm saying? They're lambs to the slaughter every week. It's just somebody
I,
shows up. It's like,
I,
came for your
I just
daughter, Chuck.
we try to show everybody shows them love at preseason in the beginning. It's like, oh, this is it. This is their year. And I think it's been the last 3 years, and they've consistently come out here and stunk it up. And
I tell
just
you, one guy who didn't have to look silly. This guy. I never said that stuff. I never said that stuff. I never said that stuff.
Ever. They was all excited about having Tom Brady in the building and all that,
I
man.
was
Come
like,
on.
so? He's not. Hey, he can. Hey, let him quarterback whisper. I want. Hey, let him in the helmet. Let him in the helmet. It don't
Right.
matter, Gino. Hey, this is what you can do. Remember that it goes off.
It-
So when it goes off is when it matters. Gino's out there like, no, what the heck did he say? All right. Buffalo and Atlanta, man. I tried to calm Myrick down, but I'm gonna let you lead off with your take because he said have the mightiest fallen. I was like, dude, first off, it was literally what? It was first quarter, wasn't it, Si? It was first
yeah.
quarter, and I was like, this dude is bugging. Which, is like I said, hey, you see, he showed up with the
no,
Gates t-shirt on.
the
Like,
only reason I said I shot that text and it was after a play. They had an open receiver. Like I saw him get beat off I saw their corner. Oh, what's his name? I saw him get beat off the line, and I was like, "Is that?" And then I saw it again, and on that play, I was like, "Uh oh." I was like, "Oh man, they gonna have trouble because he got beat off the line, and they were picking on him. I
Yeah.
can't think of
Yeah.
his name, but
Yeah.
he got beat off the line and just pushed around, manhandled. And I'm like, if they can't get to him before he lets this ball go, and it gets into the secondary, all of them are butt naked back there,
yeah,
all of
yeah,
all
Yeah.
of them, because if they don't stop, if they don't, if they get, if I think if a capable quarterback gets time on them, they can shred them
yeah,
because
They can.
they have troubles on in them corner. They have trouble,
yeah,
and the safety is just God bless him, but he
yeah.
can't be everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter that I think I told you that I think their safety play is awful. So it doesn't matter who's in because even when he went down the sideline, dude was right there. He got a good, he got an attempt at a tackle. And I know Bijan's elite. I know he's arguably is probably top three, but
Mhm.
he just slid right down his legs. It's like, come
He
on. I don't.
did.
He didn't even really make him stumble for real. Now remember, that's the fast safety. Bishop. I think Bishop's a fast safety.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like, but
That-
we knew from week one though. I've still like Buffalo's defense has always to me been mid grade. Like a couple years back, it was nice when they had the veterans there and all that, but lately, for the last 3 years or so, like I haven't really been pleased with Buffalo's defense. It's basically been their offense. Now that they're getting inconsistency, that they're really trying to get Coleman involved, they weren't able really to translate a second receiver. I mean, Shakur's your slot, so he's your second receiver, and they're trying to do this tight end game. But Gabe Davis is who I was missing. They haven't been able to reproduce Gabe Davis, and he wasn't good enough to go anywhere else and do anything. But somehow he fit that role there, and so they don't have that second inside dude that would open up Shakur, Kincaid, and all those other things. Luckily, though,
yeah.
they have got a really good running back. So I mean, the offense is going to keep them in it. But I'm now officially say that is definitely not Super Bowl defense.
Did
So
they? Did they? Is anybody missing off of the Bills off O line? Their
even if
over
it is, it's not like they didn't have him
they
running
because they
ragged.
got you watched it. They
Falcons have
got bullied.
remember 2 weeks ago I told you Falcons have top five defense as far as statistically.
Yeah.
That line bullied, scary, bullied them
They've
dudes.
been
I
doing
don't
it
I
all
don't
year.
think they're I don't think they're missing anybody on their O line. I think
Oh,
they're just
that's
missing on their
they were
D line. Yeah,
bullied.
They did. They did. But it took a while. But the second half it wasn't quite like that. The
right.
first half, yes, there was no holes. They were Cook was cooked. But the
Yeah.
second half they was able, like, actually after Bijan did his thing, Cook started getting Cook. Something happened, especially
Yeah.
right up the middle run. So yes, first quarter for sure. Leading into the second, yeah, I agreed with
Mhm.
you. They were able to get it going, but I still like Falcons sneakily. If you check statistics wise, they are a top five defense. I don't know
Yeah.
how, but yeah, they are one of those teams with good defense. Their offense has been failing now. Uh,
Okay.
On
so
paper, Atlanta should be they should be a
straight,
contender.
yeah, they should be straight. Their biggest thing is their quarterback, Durag.
Yeah.
Giants. What'd you think about Eagles Giants?
Oh, you can go, Si.
Um, Eagles are
Did I say mine?
who'd you say?
I thought I
Me?
said side.
Oh
Oh,
no,
okay.
okay.
Eagles are struggling, like y'all been saying for a couple weeks, and I was like, well, they winning. Well, now they lost two in a row, but I think it's because of that identity. They wanna, they've given in to okay, let's try to pass the ball more. You know what I mean? They lost their identity.
See what happened.
I think, man, I wouldn't be shocked if they traded AJ Brown, bro.
I wouldn't either.
I wouldn't be shocked if he wants to be traded.
Buffalo, like if that's a team that I think is gonna try to make moves. They see right now
We're not good enough.
we can't beat KC. We can't. We're not going in there beating KC. That's how they're thinking with this. You know what I'm saying? We need a receiver. We probably need a corner or a safety or whatever. They are pieces. They got Josh Allen and Cook, and that's it. So with Philly, I feel like the Giants are rolling, right? The Giants feel good about themselves. They got nothing to lose. Let's get our young running back, our young quarterback out there, and let's just play free. So when you got a team like that on a high playing against Philly, who's having identity issues, it was perfect timing for them. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the Giants could have done this even before the KC game and put Jackson Dart out there.
Mhm.
And you never know what would have happened, but they're just playing. There's less stress, less pressure. It's fun. The crowd loves it, and they just expose Philly. They're uptight. Philly's just wound real tight right now. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Hmm.
Mark, what you think?
Um, I liked Jackson Dart in college. I knew he was going to be a decent quarterback in the NFL, given a chance. I was they I'm fine like throwing him out there now because Moonball was not going to get the job done. And the hype man is who he is. He's good. He saw him on the sideline. He's hyping everybody up. He's good at his job.
He's real good at
I'm
it.
talking
He's
about
real
Jameis.
good at his job.
Yeah,
He's really good at that.
yeah.
But I think they're heading the right direction. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I think Slayton was out.
Well, if he's out, that's not going to help. That
No,
goes
I
that
think he
gives
was
something.
out,
Yeah,
and they still beat, and
yeah,
Yeah,
they still
yeah,
beat,
yeah,
yep.
they
yeah,
still
yeah.
won without Slayton.
And Wendell, like, it was just key plays. Like I agree what you're saying. Like, when I look at that game, their defense is what their defense is. We know their defense is good. But
Yeah,
like you said, Jackson Dart, that was the game that you look at and say, man, he won that game.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Go ahead, Mark.
So I think if they like they're missing some pieces too, but I like that they're playing and they're playing. I think above their potential with the talent they have. They're
yeah,
playing above
yeah,
their potential with the talent they have.
yep.
So if they get a piece or two, somebody they can grab somebody coming up here in a week or two. It could look pretty different in that division over there for
Yep.
them. So I mean they're not out of it. So a couple more wins and I don't see. I can see them getting to a wild card game and causing some problems.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. Who was bringing up New England? What y'all got for New England?
Aside.
New England. Okay. So probably right around week 3, I was like,
Hmm.
man, the coach is overrated. It kind of fell apart in Tennessee. Boy, Mayo got kicked out for him because this is the second best thing coming in here and all this. I'm like, man. They don't look good. The quarterback ain't progressing, and then all of a sudden, the last 3 weeks,
Took
they
off.
just they are balling. You know what I'm saying? And he got the defense playing. They're covering straight man defense, and they manning up right. And then he got his quarterback. He got his quarterback. He's gone from I'm in the 20 to 25 range to man, I'm a top 15 dude. You know what I'm saying? And he's confident. He's letting it go. He's seeing the reads early. I think he had 3 touchdowns against the Saints. It was the Saints, but he's seeing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's reading the field. He ain't panicking back there. They getting him on the rollout. So, I'm pretty. I don't like the Patriots at all. I used to love the Patriots a long time ago. I'm a Patriots hater, and I was ready to talk bad about him all year. And man, dude I got to give it to him, bro. They look like a real team that can make some. They can make some noise and slide in and win that division, bro, over Buffalo. They can win. They can push Buffalo to a 6, 7 seed just
Mm.
by taking that division from them, and that moves you from 1, 2 to 6, 7 down there. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Mm.
yeah,
And now you got Buffalo on the road, and then Buffalo's window closes. Because if New England does with this, it's gonna close that window for Buffalo,
for
bro.
sure,
New
for
England's
sure.
young. New England's really young, right?
Hmm.
Really,
Yeah,
Yeah.
at their key
Okay.
spots.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I had to give him some props, man. That's all.
That's what's up. Uh, what you guys got for college? Missouri finally took a little lump. Perfectly went, from what we were just talking about last week, as far as we still believed Alabama could do something. You guys, this matchup was coming. You guys were ready for it. There was a couple key losses around the landscape with Oregon, things like that. What do you guys just giving a quick gloss over the Missouri game and some things maybe to look for is some teams around college that maybe took a loss or some things like that. Mark
Um,
or
Oh, you
Sai?
go.
my go ahead, Mark.
Um, yeah, on the Missouri game, uh, they didn't look as bad as the score
Yeah,
comes out to. I think that they are a legit contender in the SEC.
yeah,
Um, with them with the way they played Alabama and the way the offense looked, it's just the quarterback made some bad decisions
yeah,
at the wrong time,
yeah,
very wrong time. So, but barring that, they were in that game, and props to them for standing up and they're going to be around in the SEC, putting their
right,
name in the SEC hat. So, with other teams kind of going to the wayside, I think Missouri's one to watch.
yeah.
That's all.
And you got to remember he was in a quarterback battle with
Hold
I
on
forgot
one
his
second. Hold on
name.
one second.
So he uh he was in a quarterback battle with the other quarterback, and I forgot his name, but he got hurt in week 1 um on an option play, right? The
Mm.
running quarterback that Missouri has.
I
So
remember. I remember. Yeah.
yep. Because
Yeah.
they were gonna be kind of dual threat, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Two
Yeah,
dual threat quarterbacks. So he's kind of been thrown out there, into the fire. And he made some, he's growing, but they could have won that game if he had a little more experience. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
I think you said everything was selling. He was selling the ball. Everything was high.
Everything was selling, so they made
Yeah.
sure just to keep a safety back, and it was just selling to him.
yeah,
And they dropped a few. Alabama did, but overall, Missouri, like you said, there's something to watch in the SEC. It takes some years to
Mm-hmm.
get SEC like mentality, having enough defensive linemen, offensive linemen that can play that type of football, because that's where SEC sets themselves apart in the trenches, bro. You know what I mean? They'll destroy you. So you have to have a depth chart of O linemen, D linemen before you even get to receivers, running backs, quarterbacks, just to survive in the SEC.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think Missouri has gotten there, and now this is the first year where I'm like, okay, I feel comfortable in the SEC. They've done good, but this year I feel okay. They really can hang now in the
yeah,
SEC.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I agree with
you
you.
know,
just from my outside looking in, because I don't follow Missouri like that. But
Yeah.
I noticed even way back with Pinkel, they always nipped at the heels. Missouri is one of those funny teams that, like almost for us Kansas people, K State used to do. They always gave you hope for next year. They
Yep.
have NFL talent. It was nothing for an offensive lineman, or they backed up Smith and both Smiths, Alden and the other defensive end. They've had linebackers, they've had safeties. They get NFL talent. And so
Yeah.
to me, I agree. I've always been looking at Missouri like, man, I hope they don't bust. I hope they don't bust. I mean, as far as, a national championship. But I agree
Mhm.
with you. No, obviously this year is not looking like it. But in these next 2 years, these last 2 years have been a reason to be like, hey, y'all, come on here. We're in the SEC.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there's a
Yep.
lot of Midwest talent.
Yep.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely. But yeah,
anything
we'll
else over some of the losses that went up? Any of the upsets startle you guys, or
Um, Me and Si were talking it was real quick, and I think about the FSU game, and you did, I think you said something like and I didn't think about it until you said it. He was like, the coach has a problem keeping those guys together when they don't have anything, when they think they don't have anything to play for.
yep.
yeah,
But then I said, I fired back. It sounds like the season's not over with yet. You're not out of it. And
uh,
going a bowl is a bowl. It's 12
uh,
teams this year. A
yeah,
bowl is a bowl. Like
yes,
you get in, and that's eyes on you. That's more dollars. That's more. Come on,
Yep.
man. Let y'all got it. They got to keep playing.
yeah,
Yep.
true,
But
true,
after they lost that first one, and then that second one, now guys are like, all right, let me
yeah,
train for the league. Let me get my stats. It ain't a team
Yeah,
no more.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what
yeah.
I'm
The
saying?
focus,
And
yeah.
he has a hard time keeping them together like that for as far as FSU. So now they lose to Pitt, and you
yeah,
went from blowing out Alabama to now you can't win a conference game. You know what I'm
gotcha,
saying?
gotcha. All right. NBA season is definitely among us. Thank God. Unfortunately for me being a fan of him, LeBron is out for the opening weeks, but actually it gives everybody else a chance to focus on more around the league. We'll continue that with our 3-team treat. Myrick, I'm gonna let you start off because we're looking at dark horses, kind of, and technically Cleveland. You wouldn't say a dark horse, but Myrick will let you know that I still think they're a dark horse because I don't believe that they're cut from what it takes to really win a championship, other than maybe blacking an eye in the first round. Go ahead.
So
With a
you got
slap, not a punch, with a slap.
so you got you got quality, you got a quality start five here. And I'm gonna go with I know what we were talking about, but
Mhm.
uh Darius Garland is he does lack some toughness,
A
but
little bit.
but he can he can distribute the ball very well, and he can get to his spots. Um, he's just a capable PG to me. I
Agreed.
don't mind the toughness. It needs to be there. Coming down, especially when when the game's on the line, he does kind of fall off to
Mhm.
the side. You
Hey,
can't
look, hey,
count on him.
Donovan, save us.
He looks to Donovan, and then Donovan turns into Donovan doing too much.
Yeah,
But I still think they're gonna be there in the end. You're gonna have to beat them. It's not a team you're just gonna go and run over. So
I agree.
um
Mainly because of that
I
defense.
like them as a dark. They got what do we say? They got Jared Allen is center. Evan Mobley, he's gonna be your toughness. DeAndre Hunter's still there, so they just got some guys that need to, and maybe Darius Garland, maybe he's been lifting weights this year. You don't know. We don't
Yep.
know. We'll
Yep.
see.
We
Maybe.
don't. Hey, I like I said, I'm not against them. Like I said, like you said, on paper, and plus they're deep. Like they've got players. They're set up right. Remember, Hunter, I think, was a first round pick high for the Falcons. I mean the Hawks
The Hawks.
years back. And that was
Yep.
before he had a jump shot. Now that he can actually shoot threes, I don't think he defends like he used to when he first came in the league. But
No,
he's still, a long guy, haha, and things like that. So I do agree that Cleveland's a problem. I just think deep down when I look at it, I just think their backcourt is small. Donovan is definitely, when he gets hot, he is a factor, but that's not usually going to last throughout the game. I
Never.
think Mobley. I think both. You know what? I thought both those centers ended up getting hurt in last year's playoffs, didn't they? I think Evan
yep.
Mobley was already out,
Yeah.
and then Allen got hurt. So yeah,
Allen got hurt.
yeah, if they get healthy, they are built for what it takes as far as throughout, as far as whether the stars are going to be consistent enough, we'll see. So I definitely do. Now that I thought about it, I want to see Evan Mobley. I mean, excuse me, in order of importance: Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, and Garland. What they can do, because all of them can score.
Actually, in the playoffs, they were available against the Pacers, and it was Donovan Mitchell that sat out those games.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And they thought they were going to beat the Pacers, so they thought he could rest and we'll get him ready for the next round.
The
And
joke's
didn't.
on them.
And then Halliburton, before he KD'd himself, showed
Yeah,
showed up. Cool.
yeah.
All right. I will jump on the Rockets right now without and I'm not gonna lie. As far as just grit and NBA vet, Van Fleet to me was wearing down. I don't know as far as what Reed Shepard can do as a point guard more than, as we discussed, maybe kind of Amen Thompson being a big point forward. Um, but I do like. Remember what we talked about with Dallas. Pause the length of their team. Amen Thompson, KD, Jabari Smith, Sengun, Finney Smith, Jeff Green. You average 6'8". I think you average 6'8", 6'9"
Hmm.
with that lineup. If Amen Thompson has developed any sort of offense, which the way the team is set up, he doesn't need a lot, because game in and game out, if he can figure out how to be an effective, oh man, when the 76ers were really working, if he can figure out how to be a legitimate point forward, he's going to be a problem. Remember, even when Giannis did it, Giannis could never shoot, and he was
Yep.
still a problem. So, and he's more agile than Giannis, because eventually Giannis got on the weights, and so some of his, he's still very stretchy and long, but Amen's got a different kind of. I think he's got a little more athleticism than Giannis for me.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, he does.
And
He
as
does.
far as a
Definitely does.
defender, I will not forget the smile on my face for all these guys who Curry's just a freaking wizard with the ball. And I grant, obviously length is always a problem. So a 6'9" dude on a 6'3" guard, but he still was moving with Curry, and he ripped him twice
Yeah,
in one
Hmm.
game, the open court. So, like I said, y'all who thought that he was just the best ball handler you ever seen, I told you, there is not a New York guard, even Mark Jackson, as slow as he was, who couldn't do what Curry was doing. He just has that money jump shot to go with it, so it looks more scary.
yeah,
But
yeah.
anyway, I think this team is solid. I really think. Remember, they have a defensive coach, so I think this is the team that KD. If they didn't have, they have a really big hole at point guard. Reed
Yep.
Shepard has to take a huge, because he really didn't play last year. Reed
Nope.
Shepard has to take a huge ascension. To me, if he doesn't come out and average 12 and 5, he's not going to give them what they need. And Aaron Holiday is not his brother. He is not that type of dude. He has
Nope.
always been a guy who is just a journeyman, who just knows how to play NBA ball, and maybe because of his brother, that's why he gets a check. As the uh, Giannis's family.
Yeah.
I
And
didn't want
there's
to
three of them
butcher his last
holidays.
name.
There's three holidays in the league.
Oh, really? Yeah, that
Yeah.
shows. So yeah, I think he's just got a family agreement. So it is what it is. But yeah, I think they have a huge possible hole at point guard. But other than that, that team's going to be a problem.
So
Yep.
he's not in the game right now. Just a quick update. He's not in the game right now. They're playing the Pelicans. It's
Okay.
128, 126 Rockets. Um, uh,
Reed Shepard's
Shepard's,
not in the game.
yeah, he's not in the game with 59 seconds to go. He has 13 points, but instead they went with Amen Thompson at the PG.
Yep.
I think Kevin Durant's at the two,
Yep.
Mm.
Steven Adams like the three, Sangoon's a four, and Jabari Smith Jr.'s the
Who's there
center with
too?
20 uh
KD.
the KD.
Who's there
You
Yeah,
got
three?
KD at
Steven
the
Adams. You got Steven Adams playing 3 and 4
Steven
right now.
Adams is at the three, Sangoon's at the four, and Jabari Smith's the center. And Smith has 26 points, leading everybody with 26 points.
Well, then that means they're gonna run. Two dudes are gonna be in now. You can't. Steven Adams is not a
No.
dude. If
But
Steven Adams, I'm gonna
let
tell
me
you right now,
see.
if Steven Adams plays 25 minutes for you, you're a bad team. He's
Bro,
not.
if I
He's
ever catch you with Steven Adams and Sangoon on the court, we getting a rebound. We going.
you're
You better
going.
get every
I'm
rebound.
out.
You bet.
Because Sangoon is a very deliberate player. He's nice, but like he almost like when you look at box scores and then you watch them play, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
that's what he is.
Yeah,
Like the ball comes to a complete halt. He does
Yeah.
this crap with this slow free throw line game. Ugh, I don't even want to get on it because I'll get sidetracked. But yeah, that's a weird lineup. So now I'm very
so now,
puzzled. So
yeah,
I'll
I
have
don't
to
know if
see
it's
opening
yeah,
night. That lineup is gross.
yeah. It's
Offensively,
just
you're
I mean
gonna have
it's
to
preseason.
rotate. You're gonna have to rotate Reed and Okogie and Smith so much
Yeah.
that's not they'll have a hybrid starting lineup.
It's a tie game now, so
And then you got to get into Kevin Durant's leadership ability. I mean, all these teams he's been on,
What?
it's just been leadership that's been
No, no, no,
lacking.
no, no, no.
it's no,
That's
wait, whoa, whoa, whoa.
unnecessary.
Uh,
Hey,
no,
Mark, you already know it. What is KD here to do?
just ball, man.
I
I
just
just
want to
want to
hoop.
hear. I
So,
just want to
Okay.
so,
hoop, man.
so we don't
I'm
want to
not
even
here
put
for.
that on him. I'm just
But
here to
we
hoop.
let they let him. Besides, I know what you about to say. We shouldn't let him get away with that, but they have,
That's what
No,
we
I'm
miss.
fine.
and the teams know what it is.
I'm fine. I'm fine with him getting away with it. I'm just saying that's one of the things when they don't make it at the end of the year, they'll be like, oh, this team was lacking leadership and
Well, then that's KD's fault. That's got to go on
yeah,
your legacy because, like, once again, you don't have to be Chris Paul. You don't have to be LeBron out here telling them what their defense is, but to just be out here hooping with young guys who
Just
need
out here
your
in the wreck,
experience and
in the
just like,
wreck,
well, I
he's
lead
just
by
in the wreck,
example.
man.
Well, they're not 6'9" snipers, so your example of your game is the only thing you can get. Of like, I showed up. Well, they showed up too. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so yeah, inside before we get too long, haha, we're gonna go with the Knicks.
okay, my Knicks. I'll keep it quick. There's no reason why the Knicks should not be in the finals this year. You got Boston with everything they going through, right? Philly, you don't know what you're gonna get from Philly, right?
Injuries?
Yeah. Milwaukee, if Giannis has to go to the bench, that lineup does not look good. You know what
No,
I'm saying?
no.
Miami really don't have much. Now you got Cleveland, Indiana, you got your point guard out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
The Knicks, so you got a big long defensive starting five, except for Brunson. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
he's still great. And then you added to go with Miles McBride off the bench, you added Jordan Clarkson. So now you got two guys. Now you got two guys that just, bro, I'm here to get 15 in 3 minutes. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Jordan Clarkson, I think lately over the last 3 years has been cheated out of just sitting there taking that 6 man spot year after year after year. The dude is essentially 20 points off the bench every single year, and now he's like, he's really. I mean, he's a bucket.
He's a bucket, bro. And so is Miles McBride.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And he plays defense.
yeah,
So now you got two Vinnie Johnson type dudes coming
yeah.
off the bench. Oh,
Yeah.
that
And
might be too
McBride's
old.
more of a Clarkson's more of an all around. McBride wants to really hit you with that three.
He wants to hit that three, and he's off the ground 4 feet when he shoots.
Yeah.
So with OG and everybody like that, if they stay healthy, man, there's no reason why this team should not. As long
Because
as
they got
Carl
to
Anthony Towns
jail.
as long as Cat don't let his little he might
Cleveland.
slap somebody too. He
Yeah,
might slap
yeah.
somebody too.
Hey,
You know what
hey,
I'm saying?
I think Cat like he was like sometimes him and Garland and Donovan get together and they's like I just don't understand what everybody's problem is with us. Sometimes
not
you know
all of them. Cat.
you don't have to be that aggressive all the time. I mean,
Hey, bro.
jeez.
They
No.
They showed a picture online with him and a bunch of his teammates, and they was wearing all white, and they was on the beach with their wives, and everybody had on no shoes, no socks. He had on hoop shoes
That dude is
in the
crazy.
in the sand, bro. I
That's
said, oh,
it. He's crazy. But I
he's
agree. New York. I think because they got to jail and play.
He tried to go
Hey,
around.
sorry, don't get fired, man. Don't get fired. You know what I'm saying? We doing good. We doing good. All right, so I agree. Yeah, New York's definitely going to be a problem. They should jail. They should step this year. But yeah, anybody got anything this week? Myrick, once again, your t-shirt game is outstanding. You see, I went to the store. I had to finally do laundry because that was the game shirt. But somebody walked past
He's
me and
like,
did a double take, and I was like, "Oh, you're reading it?" They were like, "No." So I went there and got a new t-shirt. What you got, Myrick?
all
oh
good.
man.
She did it. You said
What's that?
Oasis. She did it.
Oh,
He
she
did it.
did
Hey,
do it.
and in fact,
She did.
next
She
week
did
we're
do it.
gonna give the Aces as a whole, but we're gonna give Asia her flowers.
Okay,
All
we
right.
can do that.
Women out there, we're
I
gonna
don't
give
mind
Asia
that at
her
all.
flowers.
I do not mind that at all. Don't mind
No,
that at all. I think it's a quiet week. It's something that's about to pop up, and we'll talk in the chat.
cool.
I think it's a
Sai,
quiet week for me.
cool. Sai, what's going on with the storm?
No, got some open runs, high school open runs at Washington High School this week, and just
In,
watching some new talent. That's
in
it.
Wyandotte County.
Yep.
When is that gonna be?
Tomorrow,
Tomorrow. What time?
6 to 8.
Hey guys, stay tuned. I'm gonna pop up on side, not literally because you know what I'm saying. He used to be violent, and we're not gonna get in there.
I'm always at Washington High School every week
Hit
for the
me
past
up.
2 years.
I'll
All
treat
the
you to
time.
my cousin's holy smoke.
Okay.
All right. Well, this has been
That's your cousin.
yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah, Gerard, shout out, you know what I'm saying? So this has been RSB, Real Sports Brothers coming to you. We will see you next week. Holla.